How's it going, everybody? This is the Nitty Gritty. My name is Chad. With me, as usual, is Leonard. This is a show about pro wrestling, and this time we're going to give you another round of our stupid questions, where basically one of us asks the other person a random question about pro wrestling. They have to answer off the top of their head. They have had no preparation for this, and it could be anything from something kind of serious or something just extremely ridiculous. So. Let's get to it, and you get to see what I'm talking about. This question could be two parts, could be, four parts, really.
Right.
Kind of see where I'm going with this. But let's start with the first part of it, which is, Leonard, who do you think of when you think who has the best physique in pro wrestling?
Like today or of all time?
Of all time.
Best physique of all time. Rick Rude immediately comes to mind. And here's the thing too. Like I'm thinking steroids or not steroids.
Right. No, I was going to get there if you hadn't touched
Okay, because someone like Ricky Steamboat, I think, had a great physique, and I wouldn't necessarily see that as a steroid physique. And
Right.
then if you look at Randy Savage early in his career, Randy Savage late in his career, and different things. So definitely Rick Rude comes to mind as someone with a great physique. I think Ricky Steamboat comes to mind as someone who had maybe a more natural physique. Of course, Jesse the Body Ventura, but I don't think he technically had a great physique. Billy Graham back in the day.
Sure.
Hulk Hogan back in the day as well. Ultimate Warrior. I'm thinking a lot of guys on the juice. It's almost talking like the best home run hitter. Like you want to go to Mark McGuire and Barry Bonds and then throw an asterisk on that. Those are the guys I immediately think of.
Well, Rick Rude came to my mind pretty quickly as well. Now, as you were saying about steroid use, we can't confirm or deny who's had it, who's not. But just throwing out a couple names here, you kind of be the judge. But people might think of somebody like Batista. They might think of somebody like Lex Luger, who actually was in I don't know if he ever actually did anything. He was in the WBF, the World Bodybuilding Federation.
Yeah, I think he did exhibitions, but didn't actively compete.
Right. So,
and I know that Luger has been very open about all of his drug abuse.
Yes.
In recent years.
Yes, he has. But that's a guy I feel like has to be mentioned in this conversation simply because his names led themselves to how he looked, the narcissist, the total package,
yes,
that kind of thing. But then, a name that maybe not everybody think of right away, somebody like Cesaro, Claudio Castagnoli, who, I would guess has a more natural build and is widely considered one of the strongest people in wrestling. There's people like the British Bulldog, Goldberg, those type people.
Chris Masters just came to mind. The Masterpiece, because when you were talking nicknames, I mean, that was why he was called the Masterpiece.
David Otunga is a random name that I saw on a list.
Really? He was a built dude. Yeah.
Absolutely. Think about
and even someone like Apollo Crews. Like that dude is short, but he's like a fire plug. Like he's really, stout.
Absolutely. In that vein, Ivan Putski.
I just thought Putski after I said Crews. Yeah.
Right. These are people like British Bulldog, people that were known for posing in the ring. Those people are certainly on the list. But obviously, you could mention the ladies in this conversation. You could mention, and then you could go on to who we think has some of the worst physiques.
Yeah.
In pro wrestling.
Well, ladies, real quick, I think of Charlotte Flair and Ronda Rousey because both were featured in the ESPN Body Issues.
Yeah.
So those immediately come to mind for me. Camille, who wrestles for AEW now, but was with NWA. She is very well built. And she was part of I forget who she played, but she was in that movie. Now I can't think of the name.
That movie with that guy starring this.
No, the movie with the woman about the pro female wrestler that came out this year.
Oh, the one about Mildred Pierce.
Mildred Burke.
I think Mildred Pierce movie fans out there are laughing.
Yes, they know that. Mildred Burke. And Camille played one of her contemporaries, and it was and originally that role was going to be played by Charlotte Flair,
Right.
and then WWE pulled out their talent, and so she slotted in there because she was physically matched what they were looking for. So definitely and not say muscular, China very muscular, but even not muscular. Trish Stratus very fit because she was a fitness model. A lot of these ladies that came from the fitness model world, I think you would definitely mention as well as being part of that.
I'd say two of the current people that I think have some of the best physiques that I've ever seen in wrestling. One would be Jade Cargill.
Yes.
Who is just chiseled out of granite. And another one, a lady I'm not too familiar with, other than what I've seen of her on AEW. Her name is Megan Bain.
I do not know her. No,
she is just a very tall, very muscular. But yeah, those are some good choices. Worst physiques, Leonard. Let's shift right into that.
Playboy Buddy Rose.
Buddy Rose. Yeah, see, let's loop all those guys into one. Back in the day, some of these guys were great workers. Don't get me wrong, but back in the day, the 70s and the 80s, there were some guys that just they didn't, I guess, need to or care. And Buddy Rose is among them.
Adrian Adonis towards the latter part of his career. Any of the guys that were just fat for being fat, like Haystacks Calhoun, Giant Bastion Booger, Giant Haystacks, Plowboy Frazier, who was Uncle Elmer in the WWF. So we're saying, all the fat guys, throw all the guys who are fat
twins.
Fat. Yes, all those guys, throw those out. Then I would also think of, here's a guy had a bad body, top superstar, Jake Roberts.
Yeah, no, he was never really, I assume he worked out to a certain extent, but yeah.
Didn't really have, had kind of a gut, didn't have defined arms, wasn't fat, but wasn't really, built either. Colonel De Beers also comes to mind as a guy who wasn't fat, but kind of had a gut, was just a big dude. Jake's a big dude, having met him in person, he's a lot bigger than you think he looks on TV.
True.
So I think some of these guys were just naturally big that probably didn't work out or didn't think they needed to work out. Mick Foley.
Oh, yeah, Mick Foley's a good example. Who was the guy with the chin with AJ Styles?
The guy with the chin with AJ Styles.
Yeah, you remember they always made fun of his chin. Oh, my God, I'm going to blank on his name.
Oh, no, I don't.
More recent, this guy, and he's like the cheapest pro wrestler on Cameo.
So not Downtown Bruno.
No.
Not Gilbert.
No,
I can't think of who you mean. I'm trying to remember who used to run with AJ Styles.
I'm gonna look this up while we're talking.
You look that up. I'll try to think of other guys. And now when you want to say women, again, you kind of want to gravitate towards those who were larger ladies.
James Ellsworth.
James Ellsworth. Yes, there's some funny Marco Stunt, who's 4 foot tall.
Yeah.
So yeah, if you want to go to the small guys, Gilbert, guys who are just very, very small.
Yeah.
So you have those guys as well. Yeah.
Very true. All right. Well, let us know who we missed that you think has a great or a bad physique. Again, we're not making any judgments on their work in the ring. Just simply, how did they look on screen? So let us know in the comments what you thought. And before we get to our conclusion, we got to do our trivia.
Yes. So once again, I picked up at a thrift store not too long ago the 3rd edition, showing those on YouTube, World Wrestling Federation Attitude Review Game. And since this is a short video, I'm just going to give Chad some questions, and the next time out, I'll do some. But we do there's 5 questions on the card. We do the last 3 usually. So, Chad, what superstar made his return at WrestleMania 5 after years of absence? Okay.
Would that have been Piper?
No, it was Jimmy Snuka.
Oh, you're right. Yeah.
Snuka had not been, I think, present since the first WrestleMania, I believe. So.
Okay.
What superstar was famous for wearing a kilt to the ring?
Roddy Piper.
There you go. And finally, who was Nikolai Volkov's tag team partner in the Bolsheviks?
Boris?
Boris Zukov.
Boris Zukov.
And your celebrity of the week, It was Edge and Christian.
All right. All right. Well, hit the like button on this video, subscribe to our content, check out our other videos. We are also available where you listen to podcasts. For Leonard, my name is Chad, and we will see you next week.